on. Did I sort the sound out last time I did this? I'm about to deafen everybody. Oh, that's loud. That's fucking loud. Don't worry, whoever's here, I saved your ears. I'm nice at that. Deafen me, daddy. Hopefully... Sega. Ah, it's not too bad. Doesn't appear to be coming through the capture, which is annoying. Might have to use a different type of capture to pick this up. Why you no pickup, game? What's wrong with you? Yeah, the screen's black for some reason. I'm not quite sure why it's not seeing it. Let me type back in and out. It should be absolutely fine with this. It's a bit unusual. It's not seeing anything. Might have to do a display. Might have to do a window capture instead, which is not ideal. Interesting. I can't even do a window capture for this. That's really unusual. What if I skip and I open up the main menu? Does it sit then? There we go. So it sees it now. Excellent. Is it loud enough? Too loud? How's it looking? I don't know if it'll replay the intro again. It'd be kind of nice if it did, but I'm not entirely convinced it does. Games always used to, like, you leave them on the title screen, it would just play the intro, but now you can never be too sure. I might just do a quick restart of the game and hope it picks up properly on the second time through. I just wonder if it can't see that FMV at the start, is my suspicion, but we'll see. Alright, Mugs. Sega. Oh no, there we go. He's just being a dick. Yeah, the Midnight Carnival. I think I played that one. I had it on the PS2, I think. I actually have always really enjoyed the story for this game, and well, pretty much everything about it, really. Be interesting to I haven't played it in like quite a few years, so interesting to give it another go. I always thought it was very, very pretty. VC2 is kind of messy. Like, the story for that's pretty shit. It's got some good gameplay stuff to it, but VC3 is pretty fun though. Shame it's on the PSP. It just really limited it. Really, really limited it. Yeah, the music's really nice. Like, the entire game's like really well done. Lots of famous voice actors and actresses. Lots of really well directed stuff. It's definitely it's reasonably high budget in some ways and a bit shakier in others. But what's the one that got released on Steam after this? VC4, Valkyria Chronicles 4, which I can also do if people want to see it, but we'll see. Yeah, good old Ted. Largo does love his veggies. Which one's Chris Pratt? Luckily Chris Pratt isn't involved in this one. I'm not sure if I'm going to bother trying to A-rank everything this time, because that... To A-rank, there's a lot of, what's the right word? Cheesier strategies you got to do, which is fun to do as a challenge, in a way, but less fun to do as a stream, probably. Abusing gameplay bullshit. Yeah, a lot of the time. I mean, there's some where there's not, but there's some where you like load up a scout on orders and run them through the entire map to get somewhere is a bit cheesy, I think. But so this is set in fantasy World War II, more or less. We're playing a mixture of Poland slash.
Two powers
I don't know.
controlled the continent. In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic East European Imperial Alliance, otherwise known as the Empire. In the west, a network of loosely allied democracies formed the Atlantic Federation.
So we played the Federation in the fourth game, actually.
Ragnite for their survival, and its growing scarcity led to the inevitable war. Hostilities began in the east when the Empire aggressively crossed their western border.
Hey,
The
Varia.
Atlantic Federation responded, and the Second European War was on. The Empire,
It's USSR versus
with
NATO,
vast
yeah,
military
basically.
superiority, struck hard, gaining ground in early victories and putting the Federation on the defensive. Emboldened by their
The graphics are still
progress and
beautiful, I
momentum,
think.
the Empire set their sights beyond the borders of the Federation. In neighboring Gallia, a peaceful principality along the sea, they found their next victim. Gallia had long maintained its neutrality in the tensions between the two superpowers. But the rich stores of Ragnite under the Gallian soil proved too tempting for the Empire. It amassed troops along
So
the
there's
eastern
Russia
border
/ Germany
and
invading here.
invaded with all the force of an avalanche. Prologue. Gallia to arms.
So we got a situation where a massive country in World War II is invading a smaller country. What's interesting is this is not like this is not about the overall war in the sense of what happens between fantasy Britain and America versus fantasy Germany / Russia. It's more a smaller nation, and the more personal struggles they have, which I think really grounds it a bit more. Which I think is quite interesting. So each chapter of the book is set out with story sections, followed by the mission section. Or they call them episodes, but yeah, there's a
March 1935.
there's the equivalent of the Jewish people in this,
Outside the Gallian
as well as an
border
ancient,
of Brule.
I get an ancient race of superior people, shall we say? Hey, Morgan.
Residents are leaving the town.
You never seen
before
this?
the invasion, headed inland towards the capital.
I love the art style. The watercolor thing really makes it. I think it makes it much more timeless because of it.
Down this road in years. It really hasn't changed very much.
Hey, Alec. I've seen you play this before. I found your YouTube when the year you started it. So I have no idea when the last 15 years that was, but hey, I'm glad. This honestly it was a fun one to do. I did it. I think I called it Valkyria Chronicles Saturday, if I remember right.
Hey there, guys. You're beautiful. Starting early this year.
Woken's a nerd, but he's a
Heading
hardcore nerd.
upstream, huh? How's the water?
Like, this is a nerd you don't fuck with. This guy knows how to murder. So in Gallia, they all have mandatory military service. Like, militia service. Thank you, by the way, Alec. Thank you for the 8 months. Much appreciated. Thank you very much.
Freeze! Put your hands in the air. Slowly.
Yeah, he does look a bit shifty. This is the local baker.
Haven't seen you around before. What's your name?
My name's Welkin. And you are...
The one with the gun. We're with the Brule Town Watch. I'm Alicia. Alicia Melchiot. So, I'm wondering what you've been writing in that little book you've got there.
Look at that fucking
Skies
pen.
in the area.
It's a nice pen.
This book is nothing, really. I was just sketching the fish and, you know...
Yes. Oh, I know. And you know there's a war on, don't you? All right then, Mr. Artist. We'll talk about fish sketching down at the station.
You heard the lady.
Take 'em away.
Thanks, fish. fish.
Yeah, fuck you, fish. Egg.
Lewd.
You got a license for that fish. Yeah, I don't see your fishy license, mate. It's in my pocket. Don't you dare reach for it. Thank you, Spook. Thank you for the videos, dude. Hope you're doing alright. So some of the cutscenes are like this, the full motion ones.
Bugs and fish.
Others are more like a
Not
visual
bad
novel.
with a pen, are you? I have to say, they're really very good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. So you see, I really was just sketching.
Maybe. Or this could be some kind of secret code.
Shit.
And I intend to take my time finding out for sure.
She's rumbled us. Panic! Panic!
Welks? Is that you?
Isara! Oh, your timing is perfect.
What have you gotten yourself into now, Welkin?
Lewd.
Dude. Hey, thank you, Crab.
Wait. Don't you live at the old general's house? That's
Thanks for
right.
57, man.
General
Much
Gunter's
appreciated.
daughter, Isara. You do know everyone's supposed to evacuate, right? Yes, I'm aware of that. My brother's here to help me move to the capital, but that's
Cheers, man.
difficult. I mean, unless you're willing to let him go.
So Isara is...
Huh?
Yeah, she's his adopted sister. She's one of what they call them the Darksons, which is the race. They all have distinctive
I
dark hair and eyes.
apologize, but I was just doing my job, you know.
And they are discriminated
I saw you with
against
the notebook
as
and
a
thought you were spy.
sort of
Again, I'm really sorry
minority.
about that.
Thanks. Don't worry about it. I can see how I might have looked a little suspicious.
Welks has a real passion for observing nature. That's why he's studying it at the university, right?
Choo choo. All aboard the
Get so into
loot
it
train.
sometimes I forget where I am, or that somebody might be watching me.
I don't think we'll beat the level 10 from the other night. Oh shit.
Gunfire! Everyone keep your heads
Thank you,
down.
Arth. Are the trains in this universe? They're not that lewd, no. They got massive fucking cannons.
Come on!
Lewd.
Damn it!
Welkin, you
Thank
can
you,
handle
Fiki.
a gun, right?
Yeah. I mean, I made it through training anyway.
Well, they're probably just a small scouting team. We should be able to take them out.
You keep reading as
I'm with
bruh. Bruh. The game's very cute, yeah. The game does a lot of things very seriously. It treats certain things very, very seriously. Yeah, now I'll fucking save the game. We shall save the game. Did I actually save the game? Oh yeah, I forgot, on PC it's like ludicrously fast to save. Okay. Thank you, Fiki. Thank you for the 38, dude. Much appreciated.
Okay, here's the plan.
So this is our mission structure for our fancy XCOM / blah blah. We got to eliminate the Imperial scouts that are approaching Brule. Approaching Bruh. We'll deploy from here and take out all 3 of them. Just cross the bridge and take them down as fast as you can. Our objective is to eliminate all the enemies. Take care of them one at a time, nice and easy.
Let's get started. Just stay calm and get it done.
Alright.
I see 3 of them.
That's 3 too many. Stay sharp. Listen a second. There's something I should explain.
A fake spoiler. Command points. When the combat starts, you'll see a map of the area, and your unit's positions. This is preferred as command mode. Here you'll select the unit you're most likely to blah blah. I don't need to read this, do I? Does anyone want needs me to explain? I can. It's fairly self-explanatory. You've got a certain amount of points to move. You need to use all of your points, or you can save them. So we'll probably play as either Alicia or Welkin. Welkin's got more HP, so it's probably safer to move.
Here we go.
Welkin. So we have action points as a gauge. This gauge allows us to move as far as we want within that gauge. Oh man, it runs so much nicer at 60. Look how pretty this game is. So for example, as we move, no matter which direction, the orange bar goes down. We got a... So we can also freely choose where we're going to attack. So we can, of course, use the sandbags for cover, like the game recommends. We don't do that. We do this. Fucking brain this guy. Generally, if they are caught unaware, they don't tend to die. Or turn around. So we're going to take Welkin over here until he gets shot at by the other scout. So Scouts, which is the class that Welkin is right now, and Alicia, they can see the furthest for the sort of fog of war style. They can also take the least amount of damage out of all. Well, except for maybe the snipers. They don't take much damage. They don't have a crazy powerful gun, but their huge ability to cover the range is far, far, far more important. Aren't there people from Skies of Arcadia? Yes, they're fucking are, and we are gonna have them. I cannot not take my boy. Right, we need to end before we get shot. There we go. I can probably squeeze a little bit more out of this. There we go. So we can actually probably use Welkin again to go. You can move multiple times. Welkin can tank these shots from these shitters. When they reload, they won't fire at you when you're aiming. There we go. So, our standard gun has infinite ammo. How far is this? Yeah, we can do this. Here we go. And then, I'm not doing this like A rank on purpose, but this is just the most easy way to deal with this. Welkin has lots of health, so we can just do this. Sorted. Skies of Arcadia, it's Vice, Ica, and Fina. Well, Fina's not recruitable technically, but you know.
I don't see any more of them.
Vice, as in V-Y-C-E. There we go, we got 600 ducats, or ducats, 240 XP, A rank. Sorted. I think you get an A rank if you do it in 2 times actually as well. But, yeah. Scorn. I'm really not that interested in Scorn. I'm really not. I'm not. It looks very pretty, but it's just not really my kind of game. Yep, they fucking dead.
Miss Melchiot, there's no other sign of the enemy.
Good. Now, go keep watch and stay alert.
Yes, ma'am. What should we do with the bodies, ma'am?
Piss on them.
We'll bury them.
Oh.
So
No, the art style is Kane. The art style's lovely, but the gameplay itself
do
looks
whatever it
boring.
takes to protect the people of this town. I'll do it. Even going to war, I'll do it.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do it like that, Dark Jade. You're supposed to be a bit more, A lot of this is understanding what your troops can and can't do, right? Like, it's the same with, like any kind of tactics game.
What
Knowing...
are those?
Seeds from the lion's paw. It blooms white, small, simple, and strong.
I want to be able to remember, once the war is over, that it wasn't all just people killing people. That even in war, there was also new life.
How much RNG is involved with the combat? Barely any. There's a couple of more dubious things.
Third month of the year 1935.
But it's not much.
The Empire began its assault in earnest.
There's a couple of boss enemies that have a little bit of dodginess that I'll have to do some reloading on.
Was made upon Gallia. Though it was only a small front in a massive continental assault, what followed would prove that a tiny nation could best a military giant.
The music's incredible. Really good.
These events would tell a story of tragedy hidden in the mists of time.
I agree, Moggs. It is a bit of a
story
tragedy.
Courage and of trust, of persecution and hate.
There's certain
And
enemy
of
types you
life
gotta be careful of, Dark
blooming
Jade.
Even through the flames of war.
I'll sort of show them as we go along.
What follows is a record of this conflict, and of those who fought, lived, and died.
What I've always liked about this game is it doesn't shy away from the whole war is shit thing. It's not just the anime, yes, we can make it, you know, like, with the power of friendship and love, we can get through. It's good people die in sad ways. And that kind of makes it a lot more interesting, I think.
In defense of
Hey, TLC. Wait, how you finding the... Now you've got the quest to be a ninja, right? Honestly, the 4th game's really good as well, Nuddle, if you haven't played it. I really enjoyed the 4th one too. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to do that this time, climbing. I did that on my YouTube for my A run, my A rank run. I'm gonna try to avoid doing that. You enjoying it some more now, TLC? Now, you see what I mean? It's sort of, the combat opens up a bit.
Really makes it feel like home sweet home.
I got VC4 on the PC and PS4.
Really
I've got the
is
collectors
one of
behind me,
most
actually,
beautiful things about this
with the
town.
tank. It's still sealed, actually. I never opened it, because I got it on PC anyway, but... I double dipped.
Well, citizens, our enemy can't be far behind. I thank you for your help. Goodbye, and take care.
Is there no paperwork I got to fill out for, like, braining 3 dudes? So this is what a lot of the cutscenes are like. Sort of like visual novel talking head
I
style.
only need to take the everyday basics.
Well, the Empire's got to be close by. Let's hit the road by sundown.
Did I hear about the Helena Taylor Bennett? I did, unfortunately. Yeah, what a mess.
Martha, look! Wilkes is here!
Jesus Christ, Martha.
Oh, welcome back, Welkies.
You're still calling me that? Martha, I'm 22 years old. And more important, you shouldn't be running around.
I heard that Cameo got booted off Twitter, yeah. What a mess all around.
A light
Jesus.
job won't hurt the little spud. I should know. I've already had 4 of them.
Hello there. Is Welkin in?
Oh, hello, Alicia. What brings you here?
I'm getting bread for murdering people.
I just wanted to apologize. For before. Here. This is for you.
Oh yeah, like, Valkyria 4 is really... Valkyria 4 is a lot more difficult as well, I think. The entire game is... I mean, the entire structure of the game is a little bit different because of the story as well. Like, I mean, this one you're on the defensive, whereas in 4 you're like... Well, you're on the offensive in a very different way. You're going straight into the heart of the Empire, which is fascinating and really interesting. And I really like the way the story approached.
Really? These are for me?
Oh, fucking sweet
I
bread.
work at the bakery. Well, I did until the war started anyway. It's where I live, too. That's preserved bread, so it's pretty hard. Heat it up before you eat it, alright?
See, it's like, it's little things like that that actually adds a lot of character to this game. There is wartime, so they might not know when they can eat the bread. It needs to last a long time. It's not just like a throwaway line, like, or here's some bread, lol, it's funny, you know. They've thought about
I
it.
baked it myself, so the flavor's guaranteed.
Thanks. Do you want to come in?
Get bread. 4's really good. I'll stream it again if you want to see it. I'll stream it. We'll see.
Arrested and shot at? You've had a busy day of it, haven't you, Welkies? And what a lovely lady you are for all that adventuring. Good job, Welkies.
What?
Welkie sounds like you've got something.
Wait, no.
Like,
it's
got,
not
like,
like that.
Severe case of the
Alicia
Welkies.
just saved my skin, that's all.
He's right, we just met. I'm not his girlfriend, just his hero. Although I'm really hoping to be his friend.
Is that because you tried to arrest me?
Well, I'm sure you will. Be good to my Welkies here, won't you?
Okay, seriously, Martha, enough with the Welkies already.
He's got a severe case of the
It's
Welkies.
a lovely portrait. Is that General Gunther?
Yep.
Look how manly
Even
his
before I
dad
was
is.
born.
Jesus.
That's Dad.
Look at that beard.
Dad, you're a lucky guy. And who's that with him?
My father, Tamer. He was an engineer. The General's tank was his creation.
Chin double and a mustache. That's fucking hardcore, man.
Wait a minute. But I thought the General was your dad.
My birth parents died when I was a baby. The General was kind enough to take me in as his own after that.
Yeah. We're not related by blood, but she's definitely my little sister.
Sorry, was that question too personal?
I like that they sort of build up like the characters and stuff, which is nice.
No, I don't mind at all. I was blessed with 2 wonderful fathers.
This isn't a visual novel. No, we're fine. We're safe.
I guess you were, huh?
Not related by blood. Oh no! Abort! Abort!
Oh, is that really the time? I've got to get going.
Why don't you see her off, Welks?
I can take care of the
Big
rest
bro,
of
you
this
look
on
so
my
cute
own.
in that outfit. Thank you, little sister that's not related to me by blood. I really appreciate your kind thoughts. Wow, your ass is huge in this. Abort! Abort!
All right, I will. I'll be right back.
See you later, Isara. Safe travels.
So there's extra like side things. Sometimes you get like little side story stuff that you don't have to look at, but I always think it's kind of worth checking everything out. You know, it's kind of nice. Thanks, non-blood related sister. Boy, are your breasts bigger? What's going on?
It's really becoming a ghost town.
Abort!
They've
Oh god,
been
pigeons.
moving for a while.
Boo! Boo, pigeons.
Just about everyone is evacuated by now. You can't blame them. Tensions are rising with the Empire.
Isn't it freaky? Is this exactly how they go though, isn't it? It gets ridiculous.
Town Watch will guard and protect the home front. Everyone will come back someday. They'll come back when it's safe again, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Welkin, I'm curious. Are you gonna join the army like your father?
I don't think that's for me. What I'd really like to do is be a teacher.
It's a shame because he's really good at fucking people up.
Yeah. Animals and insects, flowers and plants, they've always been my passion. I've learned a lot from nature. You see, my dad, he protected this country as a general, but it's just that I
forget what the tank in the fourth game's called. The one in this one's called the Edelweiss.
my own way. You know what I mean?
I think I do.
One in the fourth game's got a
You're
funny,
sure about it?
funny name too.
Wow, that's deep in your own way.
This is the start mod of yeah. We've done the tutorial mission, kind of.
Ah!
Yeah, we're not quite so lucky that the town gets away
What
unscathed,
was
unfortunately.
that?
So Nazi Germany, Russia are assholes. Go figure. It does, I think, Dark Jade. Yeah. Bit on the nose easy, like, no, tell me about it. Especially with the hefty amount of war crimes going on.
Move it! Come on, let's go!
I know, yeah, that's what I was thinking,
I
Crab.
don't believe it. The mill.
Miss Melchior, the Imperials are attacking. There's a squad of them in town right now.
Let's go fucking kill them all then.
Get all the town watch together now. We've got to fend them off.
They must
Again,
be in the
it's
plaza.
not super
I'll
long.
help.
It's not super long, but it builds at the fact that the town is peaceful. You know, the pregnant lady's there. There's a bakery. You know, they want to make sure they come back to their normal lives after the war's done. It sets like a scene and a precedent to like, this is a normal place that has a normal life that's getting displaced by this. And then when you get this happen, it makes you far more invested,
Now
I
move
think.
out. Stay low.
An Imperial Stormtrooper is so precise, literally. And here we go, mission. Oh, I suppose I should technically save it in case I fuck this up. I'm usually fairly okay at this, but we'll see.
I'll explain the mission.
So we're in Brule over here. The capital is Rangritz in the bottom left there. Falzen is the sort of mining town up in the top left. So we're deploying from the south. The Empire's coming in from the north. Hide behind sandbags for cover as you advance the plaza. Our goal at this time is to eliminate the enemy leader. So we're looking for the guy in red, normally. Hey, Pumpkin. Be careful, there may be enemy units hiding out behind the buildings. Hidden enemies won't show up in the command view, so make sure you're careful.
Okay, let's begin. It's up to us to defend Brule.
I mean, we've still got Alicia and Welkin, which, you know.
Our target is the Imperials in Mill Plaza. Focus on taking down their captain. Breaking the chain of command should at least buy some time for the townspeople to get away.
I also love that the map, the actual command view map, is an actual old school map. It's a really nice touch. And for those who don't know, they actually did 3 for each of the games. I'm not sure they did 1 for the 4th game. They might have done. But each of the games had a art book / history document that you could buy as well. And they're like 400 or 500 pages. It has all the design specs for the tanks, how the world is laid out, the history of the world, what happened in the First World War, you know, what happened during this one, what happened to the characters. But it goes really in depth. They really made a whole world here. It reminds me a lot of Mass Effect, where the first one, they clearly built this universe. Got a second? I have a second. What you can explain? About damage. Yeah. Okay, so don't get hit. You heal a little bit each turn. Fantastic. So, the command dude's probably over here somewhere, but... Belgian Gunther Road. That's nice. Memorial Plaza. That's where they've already shot. So we're going to take... I'll use Alicia this time, probably.
My turn, okay?
So there's... So we have grenades, if we want to. Grenades do exactly what they say on the tin. If we can't quite get to somebody, we can grenade them. So we're going to carefully... Yeah, we get a sight line, for example. The red line means they've got a direct line of fire to us. So, we got two guys there. That one's... This one's going to be okay to do, so... What we're going to do is... Again, this is all pretty self-explanatory. It says exactly what's going on at the top. If I shoot him in the shoulder, it takes 7 shots to kill him. If we aim for the head, 2. As you can see. Now, what I'm going to do is run straight past this guy.
Enemy unit spotted. Enemy sighted.
And then... There we go. That's the guy we're after over there.
Enemy unit spotted.
I can risk it. There we go. Fucking sorted, mate.
What's that?
Sounds like a tank.
It's very anime World War, yeah. So all of the machinery in this game runs something called Ragnite, which is what our country here has a lot of. In fact, I think it's one of the only places to get it, which makes him a trading powerhouse. Makes him quite a rich country. Not crazy rich, but you know, pretty well off. This game's also fairly realistic with the a tank is going to just fuck up your soldiers pretty hard. So now we got a problem. So now we reload. Alicia gets healed though, which is why I went for the run. So tanks can destroy sandbags and stuff. Oh no, town watchman guy. Poor dude. He's alright. We need to destroy that engine, but we're not going to be able to do that with our scouts.
Welkin, tank!
That's not good. We're not equipped to take out a tank.
Hey, Kapunkt.
I hate to say it, but we should probably pull out for now.
Bleh.
Get off this road and into the alley to the east. It's too narrow for a tank to follow.
I like how this looks like not any more World War I, but not quite World War II yet tank. Yeah, it's like an in-between, sort of.
And try to stay behind cover while moving. One blast from that turret and it's over.
So, we have to get to the exit, which is down here. We need to stay the fuck away from the tank. So what we can probably do is make a quick save, in case I stuff this. You'll see me do that a little bit while we're doing this.
Ready to go.
So that's where the tank is. We're actually going to run this way. I can take a few shots from these guys. The last thing we want is the fucking tank to get us. I'm going to kill this guy because he's a filthy imp. Yes. Sorted. Hey, Ritavu.
Phew. Looks like we shook them. What are you doing from here?
If they're rolling in the tanks, there's not much the Town Watch can do. We'll try to buy time so everyone can get away. I'll dig in my heels at the main gate and do what I can to stall them.
Okay, I'll head back to my house and grab Isara and Martha, then come back.
Be careful out there, Welkin.
Luckily, we got something at the house that we might be able to do something with. So. There we go. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be ducats or ducats. I am still not quite sure, but we've got 2,990 of those, some XP.
Chapter 2. Escape from Brule.
So, we've got another mission coming up. So the interesting thing is, we do get a tank pretty shortly, but the tank in this game is kind of not... It's good for some things and not for others. Because it takes 2 command points to use the tank. They fixed this in VC4, but...
Isara, Martha.
In this one, it's, yeah,
Please
hard
be
to
okay.
use. I love how quickly he thinks about this.
What's her problem? She pregnant or just fat?
Who cares? Not gonna make any difference when she's dead.
Stop this now.
See what she's wearing? Take a good look at that shawl. She's a Darkson.
And that explains it. I thought this place stunk. Now I know it does. So, we got ourselves a fat one and a stinky one. PU. It's a regular pig farm in here.
I will thank you to watch your tongue in this house. You have to leave, now.
That's a big gun for such a little girl. Drop it.
War crimes. Literally.
Isara!
Huh?
Shoot
Hold
him.
it right there! Die! Darkson pig!
Isara, are you okay?
No, everyone's now
Okay,
deaf.
thanks to you.
Mwah.
But
Mwah.
Martha, I think she's...
Mwah.
Martha!
This isn't good. She's gone into labor. Moving her would be dangerous.
What did you say?
Right.
Lewd.
Well, we can't just leave her here. What are we gonna do? There are a lot of Imperials out there, Ys. It's only a matter of time before they take over the Mill Plaza.
Hey, see you now. Thank you very much, dude.
Folks,
Getting there,
listen,
man. Really
you're going
close.
out back.
Thank you.
What about it?
Our fathers have left us something. Something that might get us out of this mess.
Damn you, Tinnitus, you cruel mistress. Thank you, See You Now. Much appreciated.
Lewd.
And you, Mars, as well. Thank you for 39 from you. 20 from See You Night and 39 from Mars. Thank you both very, very much for
That's
all your
tank.
support. Thank you, guys.
Whoa. I can't believe it's still here.
It's a snack.
And it's one of a kind.
Snack.
Here it is, the Edelweiss. Tamer built it especially for General Gunther.
Yeah, and it worked great, too.
So this is a World War
So
One
it's just
tank.
been parked here in the barn?
I wanted to make sure it would still operate, you know.
But yeah,
in
it's
case of
World War Two for this.
emergencies.
Yeah, it's big, big,
I
big tank.
enrolled in a maintenance class given by the military. I wanted to be able to do what my father could do.
Well, that's great. But that's only a class, Isara.
It really didn't need much, hardly any alterations at all. I just fitted it with a new turbine engine. It really improves on the power-to-weight ratio. The Edelweiss is field-worthy. Its firepower and mobility are more than a match for recent models.
It's a big
Well,
fucking tank,
assuming
actually.
It does work.
It is huge.
What's next?
All right, Welks, you took the armored vehicle course, didn't you?
That's Laura Bailey. It probably is actually. Yeah.
Back in high school. Once.
We'll bring Martha here. She'll be safe inside the tank, and we can move to a better location. Just leave the driving to me, okay? All you have to do is give the orders.
It is a cool looking tank, to be fair.
We ready to roll?
I've always loved the look of it.
Engaging engine. The Edelweiss is ready for deployment.
Alicia could still be out there dodging bullets, buying time for people to evacuate. Here's the plan. We're gonna pick up Alicia and get out of town.
What? I can't hear you.
All right, Edelweiss. Move out!
Yeah, you'd think having a tank in your, you think having the, tank in your garage would be a bit of a no-no. Yeah, they do 8 escape, to be fair, they do. Yeah, I'll just pick a dick. Alright, let's save that. There we go.
Here's the brief for this operation.
So we gotta go help, Alicia out. So we're near Memorial Plaza, which is the sort of bottom half of the map we were in earlier. The enemy is a squad centered around a single tank, currently advancing from the plaza onto the main road. We need to defend the gate on that road. If the enemy breaches it, the evacuating townspeople will be in danger. They'll probably head for the gate and try and destroy it. The tank will be with them. Our goal is to take out that tank while keeping the gate standing. Without the help of your tank, it's next to impossible to destroy theirs. Until we can rendezvous, the Brule Town Watch will do everything we can to keep the gate in one piece. The Town Watch will need to hold off the enemy force until you arrive at the tank. We'll need to use the sandbags around the starting point and gate for cover. Alright.
Alright, let's begin. We've got to stop them here.
Here we go.
If this gate falls, there's going to be even more casualties among the townspeople. The Town Watch will defend this gate so as many people as possible can get away. Got a second? Listen close and I'll explain.
It's dangerous to go alone. Here, take this. About sandbags and hand grenades. Blah, 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 blah. So, being behind a sandbag means you take a lot less damage, which is really important for this kind of stuff. Especially for this unit. Shock Trooper. They will absolutely mulch any of our scouts. So what we need to do is make sure we're ready for that. The light tank does a lot of damage as well, but again, if we're sandbagged, it's much, much easier to deal with. So what we actually want to do is, what we can do is do this. Go over here. Crouch. We've got to be careful not to get too close. We can't do anything about that from here. Get a little bit closer, probably. We get slightly too close, we're going to die, so we'll park him here, probably. So we got 2 scout. Okay, that's fine. So what I'm going to do is get Alicia parked. Alicia's a good shot. If I have her here, she can cover anything this way. We should hopefully be alright like this, I think. Alright. So let's save this here. Oh god, I've got too many. So I'm going to save a couple of points. See how we go. Meep meep. So the tank will probably launch a shot at the gate rather than anything else. I really do like how they get across how scary tanks are in this. Very much. Enemies will try and use the tank for cover as well a lot of the time. Stop them getting shot. There we go, we set up properly. We can rinse them. Nice. Not a bad return fire, that, actually. A lot of the enemy troops will actually stop moving when they get under really heavy fire. And they'll try and take a shot. This is a shock trooper. This is dangerous. And that's why we take cover. Oh no, my controller's broken again. Man, these fucking elite controllers' build quality is terrible. One of the flappy paddles is gone again. Exactly the same side as well, I just realised. Didn't I just buy that? Yeah. Like a few months ago. Like, it's the little buttons on the back. They're terrible build quality. I mean, this will actually be under warranty. I can send this one back, which I probably will do. So Ragnade is a first aid. It's using the Ragnite. So we can actually just use that if we want to. Which we probably will to protect that guy over there. What do we want to do here? If we're really quick, this will be okay. So I immediately go into aiming mode. Like so. And flat out kill this guy. There we go. That's the shock trooper down, which is really, really important. And now we're going to reface our guy a little bit further back. About here. Like so. We've got a troop that way coming as well. Do I need to heal? Probably do, actually. There we go. Magical bandages. Perfect. And what I'm actually going to do is kill the troop that's over here. Oh, did he already die already? Did he do something dumb and die afterwards? Did I not notice? Anyway, we're going to crouch here. Move over slightly. Position him about here. I don't want him and Alicia to be too close together, actually. Oh, yeah. I didn't think he killed in the return fire. I thought he had like 20 health left, but must have missed. I wasn't actually too keen on the VC anime. I wasn't. They did my boy Vice dirty, honestly. Oh, he charged again, did he? Ah, that was my bad, so I missed it. The main gate's not looking healthy.
No! If this keeps up...
Covering fire! So we've got another scout. That's the commander scout. If he gets... Oh, he's gonna get... Oh, he got rinsed! One more shot, come on, come on. Yeah, nice! Positioning them like that can be so useful. Okay, there's another shock trooper. My dude might die actually this time. Oh no, he's not that close. Yep, I got away with that because he wasn't that close. That's good. That's good. That's bad. Now, oh, where's he going? Now, we're dead. Town Watchman, you were brave. You're a brave man, but alas. What a tragedy. They said he retreated, but I don't think he did. I think they're just being nice about that, guys. I don't think he retreated. Yeah, rip. That's another scout dead. Welkin's arrived. Beep beep, he's not in a jeep, but he's in a big fucking tank. Let's go, baby! Beep beep!
The tank should be able to breach that wall. It may provide us with a shortcut, Valks.
Alright, let's give it a shot. Hang in there, Alicia.
About snacks. Meep meep. Tanks move a lot slower. But they have multiple weapons and different ways of attack. I forget, do you actually blow this up or do you just drive through it? I think you might just drive through it. Let's find out in a second.
Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted.
The tanks in this also control like complete shit.
It's a tank! It's a galleon tank!
Meep meep!
Alicia, I'm sorry we're late.
Welkin, you have a tank?
Yeah, my dad kept it in his backyard. It's a long story. Well, actually it's not, but, you know, we'll get around to it later.
We can talk later. Right now, we need to stop those soldiers.
Enemy tank sighted, Welks. Switching to anti-tank combat. Armor-piercing shells loaded.
Alright, let's go take it down.
Oh, you guys fuck now. How close am I to the tank? Do you know what? I'm gonna fuck this guy up especially. Oh, I reckon about there. Ooh! Savage. That's the other commander down? Yeah, tanks have HP. tread HP and body HP. It's pretty self-explanatory. Your treads are damaged, you can't move. Your body is damaged to the end, you blow up. If the radiator gets attacked by a explosive round of some sort, be it a shell or something else, you are pretty fucked, mate. So we actually have enough points to probably make it the entire way. We're also going to casually destroy this guy's cover, because fuck him. Meep. Now the only downside is, really, you reckon to kill 2 to kill? Reckon? It shouldn't be. And to get closer. Now this can be a little bit hit and miss sometimes, but... Oh, did that miss? I reckon that missed. Okay, I've got enough anyway. Got enough. This is why you don't let things near your radiator. Why didn't I run him over? That's a good point, actually. I should have done.
Yes, we stopped it. Nice work, East.
Woohoo! Now you're my hero, Welkin.
The Imperials are running off for now. Looks like we bought some time, at least.
Whelks, it's a boy. Martha had a boy.
That was a really fast labour, but you know, fine, it suits me.
She gave birth in Dad's tank?
You'll never get that out of the paperwork, that's for sure.
Yes, and without complications. They're both perfectly healthy.
Although extremely deaf, unfortunately.
Good. That's fantastic. Now let's stay sharp as we head out of town.
Nice. Sorted. Someone's got a hose down the inside. Yeah, Martha just casually pissed and shat all over the inside as well, and it's just like, well, yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it?
After the first shots were fired, Brule was under Imperial control. Though a mere skirmish by Empire standards, the raid on Brule would mark Welkin Gunther's first taste of battle.
That's true, Jessica, that's true,
and
actually.
begin his rise to a Gallian hero.
Yeah, seriously, Fiki, that'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it? They do explain it. The engines give off so much heat that they have to be exposed on the outside to avoid cooking the crew. Some tanks have armoured vents style, but they're very expensive and difficult to produce.
It hurts. Seeing my town overrun like this, seeing all those people killed, it's just not right. How could all this happen? It isn't human, Welkin.
We look at those birds and see how wild and free they are. But they all have their own territory.
Yeah, don't forget, guys, these are early tanks as well, like World War I/2 level.
If threatens their home, they'll risk their lives to defend it.
Tech's still sort of ongoing here.
Animals too. We do what we have to when we have to. Animals are in a constant struggle to stay alive, but I've also seen them help each other, almost like they were cooperating in order to survive.
Cooperating?
Hey, Anna.
That's why I'm so into studying natural science.
Hello, hello. How do your hunt go?
I want to know how it works. If we
Panic!
could figure that out,
Lewd.
mankind could put it to use for our own survival.
Hey, thanks again, man.
That's why I want to be a teacher, so that I can pass that knowledge on to the children.
Thank you very much, dude.
Even if we can't
You enjoying the bug?
completely
The flying
eliminate
bug?
war, at least we might learn to live together as one people.
Someone said he was, Rutave, yeah.
You think so?
Thanks, Anna. Really appreciate that, man.
Whelks, look. Martha fell asleep, so that makes me the babysitter. See, Alicia?
Oh god, it's some sort of meat potato. What do?
Oh, he's adorable.
Just like you said, even in war, new life happens all around us.
Yeah, I wish it didn't happen in my tank. Seriously, never gonna get that fucking smell out the paintwork.
That's your hometown.
Someday, we'll come back home again.
Yes. Someday soon. I know it.
Oh, that always sucks when that happens, Anna. But still, 7 kills is really good.
Chapter 3. Vassal urban warfare.
Here we go. This is where we start getting them be able to pick your squad and a few other bits. So we're getting sort of more into the standard game now. We've had the tutorial for the soldiers and the tank, and now we're getting it sort of more into what's going on. And we're gonna have a bit of a rundown on how the war's going.
In March of 1935, the Empire began its invasion across Gallia's eastern border. Maximilian, commander of the Gallian invasion front, built his army around mobile armor. Ghirlandaio and the other fortresses along the border fell to his tanks in quick succession.
We go to most of these places. Use my max rank guide. Oh yeah, my A rank guide. Did it help you?
Was typical of villages in the Empire's path, and the road to the capital bore a steady flow of refugees.
So because Welkin and Alicia are part of the militia, I believe they get drafted. I think is that the right word? Probably.
A town secure and stable since ancient times.
It's a fucking cool looking
Within
city.
its walls stood the castle Randgries, and within its unicorn spire resided Cordelia, Gallia's princess. Supporting Gallia's policy of neutrality was a system of universal conscription.
Oh, you mean the Lancers? I have no idea.
Schools
Good question.
required military training each year. In the event of a war, citizens were then drafted into the militia to defend their country.
What's interesting is that those who want to go into the army
Conflict with the East grew worse.
can go into the
Both
Federation
Welkin
army.
and Alicia found themselves no exceptions to that fate.
We got to assemble the Avengers. You mean Avengers Assemble? Don't we need the theme tune for it as well? The fourth game's really good, actually. What's crazy is how, in my mind,
So these are my new digs.
the fourth game is how I remember the first game looking, but the fourth game just looks so much more advanced. It's crazy. Like, graphically, the fourth game is incredibly impressive. I mean, this game's a good looker too, anyway, but, you know, it's the difference. It's a generational leap, and it really looks it.
Oh, my uniform.
It's a nice uniform.
I should get changed before reporting in. Better get ready now.
We're Squad 7, I think. Are we 7 in this one or Squad E? Squad 7, yeah. E's the fourth game, I think, actually.
Flares, binoculars, a compass, and a map. Everything you need for a nice hike. Or combat.
Welcome.
Sounds nerdier. He's quite excited about the uniform. 7 Virginias. Maybe more, Fiki. Imagine. Grenadiers. Yes, there are Grenadiers. This mostly the Grenadier stuff is attached to the Scouts in this.
Sure, it's open.
Oh, you're already changed too. Let's see. Not bad, not bad. You look good, actually. So, how about me? Do I look all right in this?
The throat marks are cool, aren't they? Yeah.
Amazing?
Let's take a look.
Do VC all cover the same war? So VC 1, 3, and 4 cover the same war. 2 covers something that happened slightly afterwards, about 2 years after, I think. How did Welcome become an officer? Because his dad was general.
Yeah, you look fine. You wear it like a pro.
Really? You're not just saying that?
Of course not. You look tough. I like it.
Yeah, it's familial, like rank.
Oh, good. I was worried it looked kind of silly.
No way. That plating on the back? It's like a coleopterate exoskeleton. Beetle-tastic.
Yay, Beatles.
Colio what? And did you just say beetle?
Beetle. Boog. Boog.
Welkin? What kind of girl wants to hear that she looks like a bug?
Boog.
Huh? Not just any bug. A rhinoceros beetle. King of the insects. Who wouldn't want that?
Yeah, right?
Huh. I guess I'll
Is this a horror game? I mean, to be honest, some parts of it might as well be. It's Definitely has the horrors of war in it, shall we say.
Tell me about that scarf. You've been wearing it since I met you.
What's really interesting, I actually like what they do with 3 and with 4. So VC1 obviously covers the Gallian War, like the actual assault and defense of Gallia. VC3 is the special forces, the squad that doesn't really exist kind of approach, which again is really interesting, I think. That's a fun one. And then VC4 is the Federation, which is a mixture of Britain, America, France, like NATO-y sort of, and it's about the Gallian. Most of them are Gallians in this squad from the Federation, and it's about them doing the Federation's top secret assignment. And you actually take the fight into the Empire territory. So you actually do go into Gallia a little bit, but it's mostly Empire side, which is really cool.
Oh, this? It's part of my uniform from the bakery.
Is that right?
I don't want to forget the time I spent busting my buns baking. I plan to keep wearing it until I can get back to manning the ovens again.
Yeah, the Federation is more or less the Allied forces, yeah. It's interesting, because in VC1 they show them as they are allies, but at the same time they have their own agenda, and won't necessarily match up very well with Gallia's want of independence, which is quite interesting. Yeah, you're right, Morgan, yeah. Whereas in VC4, they definitely gone more... Well, then it is from their point of view, to be fair, but it's certainly... The Federation looks a bit more, benevolent, perhaps.
That's great. Once you do, I'll be first in line to get some of that bread.
I would say this game takes a more realistic approach on the Federation, which is they are going to help for the right price. And the price is potentially, Ragnite.
Is that a promise? Well, I'll be sure to have plenty of it ready and waiting for you.
Absolutely.
No breeding welcome, seriously.
We should probably go see the captain now.
All the characters in this are great fun, by the way. They're really cool. Even the ones that seem a bit lame at first end up being really cool. Just have to take my word for it.
Come in. Excuse me, ma'am.
This is our captain.
Gallian Militia Enlistee Welkin Gunther, reporting for duty.
Ma'am, Gallian Militia Enlistee Alicia Melchiot, also reporting for duty.
Good old Ted.
I'm Captain Eleanor Varrot, commander of this regiment. Gunther, you're promoted to lieutenant. You'll be leader of Squad 7 now.
Ma'am.
Enlistee Melchiot, you're promoted to sergeant. You'll be under the lieutenant's command. Understood?
Ma'am.
What do you know? It is you.
It's
Nice
Faldio.
Huh, Welkin?
What a good lad.
Faldio? I had no idea that you'd enlisted.
Yeah. Now that there's a real war going on, I joined up. Pretty much all the officer and training boys are here just like you.
You know each other?
Yes, ma'am. We knew each other at university. Welcome was in science and I was in archaeology. And just look at us now.
We'll have to see. We'll have to pick our squad and see who we want to take.
Looks like the two of us are studying war, I guess.
Looks that way. It's good to see you.
And you.
That'll be all for now. There's a strategy briefing later today, but you still have time for you to catch up. You'll be spending a lot of time on the post and in Randbreeze. They'll be your new home, so get to know them. That'll be all. Report back in time for the briefing.
So the captain, she seems
Until
very,
then,
very stiff,
you're
prim and
dismissed.
proper. She's a really good lady, though. Like, she's a fucking good egg. So, change the equipment or view info on the members of Squad 7. The command room, which is choose who we're going to have. The training field, which is using our XP. And the R&D facilities to make new weaponry. So, let's go to the barracks first. So, we've only got four of our units so far. Largo, Lancer, Rosie, as she's called. But Bridget here. Alicia, and Welkin. So we've got the tank, the scout, the shock trooper, and the lancer. There are 2 more classes as well, but we haven't got those yet. The T-Rex and Dino Crisis. Ah, the good old T-Rex.
It's good to see you doing the rounds. Welcome. This is the command room. Use it to structure your squad.
Everyone is S-Bang. I like Largo. He's a good man. He's alright.
You will have access to both drafted and volunteer recruits. Now that I think of it, Squad 7 is still short on soldiers, isn't it? I'll explain how this works. This is the master list. The recruits have all been assigned classes based on their talents. I should probably touch on the 5 classes, just so we're clear. First off, you have the scouts.
She explains what I told you earlier. But she has a nice voice, so you know.
Their best asset is their mobility. They can go out, collect intel, then make it back safely.
What do you mean everyone draft dodge? Yeah, where the fuck is everyone? Will I be doing the DLC like Idis and Silvarias? I think probably, yeah. I don't see why not.
That and a keen
I guess we'll have to see what, again, if people are sick of this by the time we get to the end.
A man in tall grass from 100 yards.
Although I can do the DLC from whenever, can't I guess, I think.
That comes at the price of firepower. Their job is spotting enemies, not taking them out.
That's a lie, by the way. We'll be murdering the fuck out of people with scouts the entire game.
Next up, the shock trooper. They're the ones to break through enemy lines and clean up.
What's interesting, if you do Silvaria's DLC, you can actually recruit her into Squad 7, but she's incredible, best scout in the game. But it's spoilery and bit game breaking, so I probably won't. But she's very cool.
They offer excellent offense and defense. As far as combat goes, they're as good as it gets. While they lack any specialized techniques,
why are you getting bullied, Nacho? I'm sorry.
Think of them as the least finicky unit in your squad, Lieutenant. After them, we have Lancers, then anti-tank units. They're critical when facing armored targets.
So yeah, they get like a lance, which is like a dogshit bazooka. Imagine a bazooka that doesn't go where you stick it, and that's basically what a lance is. We are going to be using them quite a bit to deal with tanks. However, sometimes it's actually more efficient to use a shock trooper.
Their purpose is pretty self-explanatory.
Hey, Spectacular. You never seen this before?
In most cases, they're the only way to stop a tank.
Oh, I know the Darkson shock trooper you mean, I think, yeah.
Lewd.
They're also well shielded from explosives, which conveniently includes tank mortars.
Well, that's the nature of the draft, I guess, one bet, unfortunately.
Sadly, they're slow and weak to gunfire. Their limited ammo could also be called a drawback.
Lancers are basically bulletproof as well, which is very helpful.
Engineers. They handle supplies and perform combat support.
We won't be using engineers that often. You use them when you absolutely have to.
They can restock other units' ammunitions.
Yeah, they're Panzerfaust, yeah.
Even repair tanks on site.
Yes, exactly, Anna. There's a couple of the special weapons. I'm not sure if they're the ones you build or they're the ones you get off the Empire dudes.
They can place sandbags for cover, disarm mines, repair towers, you name it.
Yeah, engineers can be really good. It depends on what sort of run we want to do, I guess.
Their actual combat skills
I use them when I have to.
Think of them as combat facilitators. Lastly,
it's mostly to refill people.
They can shoot down targets from a considerable distance.
The snipers can be very, very good. The snipers can also be dog shit. They're much more difficult to use early game. Unfortunately, due to the nature of the way they work, it's much more efficient to save before you take a shot. And then, yeah, you'll see.
You won't find better soldiers for marksmanship and range. They can hit targets I can barely see. Sniping rifles also come with scopes that work to augment...
You were anti-tanking it in your conscription. Oh, really, Rotavo? God, that's fascinating. What was that actually like?
Drawbacks include low mobility and defense. If the enemy gets them alone, they're done for. That should cover the basics.
I love basics.
Go ahead and put a squad together now. There's room for 20, and you can...
It was heavy as hell, I bet, yeah. Yeah, it does. You have to actually lose some people, potentially, to see more. There's like a sister of a character, I think, that if they die. Alright, that's Ted. Yeah, Ted. Ted. Alright, so let's go through quickly. There's Melville. We got Ted. We got Wavy. We got Mondley. Nancy. Ramona. Oops. Susie. Frisia. Cherry. Alex. Kevin. Hannes. Mika. Wendy. Edie. We like Edie. Edie's a good egg. Aisha. Jane. Fucking Jane is hardcore. I always take Jane with me normally. Jane loves to murder. Dorothy. Nils. Theold. Walter, Hector, Yoko, Elise, Herbert, Carl, Homer, Dallas, Claudia, Cesare, Marina. So these are the troops we got right now. We can potentially get more later, but this is who we got for now. Explain the quirks and the pros and cons. Okay, let's go through them then. So, right. So some of these are pretty obvious. Desert allergy, for example. If you're in a deserty area, he actually loses stats, for example. Trooper killer. So they get a boost in attack when they kill the trooper, which is nice. Chatty Cathy is normally means if they're near one of their friends, because each of them has likes. They like Alex, Nina, and Ted, for example. If they're near any of those characters, they end up losing accuracy. And then you got Ted, for example. Ted doesn't like being around metal, for example. He gets allergic to it. But Ted loves having women around, because it, makes him shoot really well. Ted loves having men around, because it makes him shoot really well. Ted fucking loves everybody. Neat freak. Worries about dirt stains, which is accuracy. A lot of these, you actually get like different ones later on. Darksons have Darkson bond, for example, normally. That means any of the Darksons tend to give them more defense. Ted's an absolute schlag. We love Ted. And better on defense. Meadowbred, again, pretty obvious. Grassy fields. Definitely afraid of pointed objects. Being around the Lancer's weapons makes them hyperventilate. There's a lot of really funny ones. Bug in a rug. Cozy places like trenches seem calming, giving a boost in attack power. And a good buddy. Being around their friends gives them more attack power. In VC4, you can actually have special missions between certain friends, and they actually make them even better, which really gets good. Really gets good. Exactly, Voka. I think there's only one Darkson that I haven't. I think you're right, actually. Yeah. Ramona, for example, is a neat freak. Worries about the dirt. And a chatty Cathy. See, Susie is a trooper hater. Like, she doesn't like shock troopers. So, for example, something to be aware of. Frisia has two really good ones. She likes men, which is handy. And she is desert bred, which means, nicely, in any of the desert missions, she's really, really solid. She's very good. So let's grab us some people. So we're gonna want... Oops.
Hey, Welkster. I'm Melville Young. I'll do my best, man.
Oh, we're gonna take Melville. I didn't mean to. We'll take Ted as well.
Thank you. Hello. I'm Ted Ustinov, and I've got some great new material for you.
Frisia's great, yeah. Frisia was dodging like a god in my LP. Yeah, Frisia's always like my lady. How many scouts do I want? Probably a couple more. Take Frisia.
I'm Frisia York Handsome. I know you'll take real good care of me.
Who else do we want? We're gonna need... Who's gonna be good to take? Hannes hates it. We have to take... We absolutely have to take Edie.
I'm Edie Nelson. Perhaps you've heard of me. I'm sure we'll get along swimmingly.
We have to take Jane. Jane fucking murders imps.
The name's Jane Turner. I'll do anything if it means putting holes in imps.
Yeah, fuck them. Nancy. Do we have... Where's Nancy? Should we get Nancy in here as well?
I'm Nancy DeFore. It's so good to meet you.
Hey, Nancy. They all have a lot of character, I think, and that's what makes them fun. So I've got 3 scouts. Do I want another one? Good old Wendy. A metalhead and a shut-in. Wendy's funny. We're gonna need a couple of... Hector's really good. One of these... like Theold, he doesn't like Darksons. We don't like Theold. Walter's actually really, really good for one mission in particular. Yoko's one of the older members of the team, I think. We don't have the Skies of Arcadia people in this batch. I think we might get them later. I'm not quite sure. Maybe we'd have to lose some people. I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna take Yoko.
Hi there. I'm Yoko Martins. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
We're gonna want at least one of these. Who are we gonna take engineer-wise? Herbert, Carl, Homer, Dallas. Dallas hates men, which can make her a little bit tricky to use sometimes. Or we got Claudia. Claudia's right. Carl. A Metalhead and Lonely. Alright, I'll take on.
My name's Carl Lanzit, sir. It's a pleasure to join you.
Alright, Carl, get in there. Marina's usually got a fun one.
Marina Wolfston, at your command.
So that's Snipper. So we've got 8 slots. So I'm gonna bring Ramona.
My name's Ramona Litton. Good to be on board, Welkin.
I'm gonna bring us Hannes.
Haynes Salinger, reporting for duty, sir.
I'm gonna bring Walter too, because Walter's funny.
The name's Walter Nash, buddy. Pleasure to be working with you.
I love his aviators. That's probably all we need for now, actually. I don't think we're gonna need a full squad. We got plenty of scouts. I could potentially do with another engineer.
Hello, I'm Claudia Mann. I'll do my best to live up to your expectation.
Nice. That'll do for now, I think. Oh, really? It's actually... Alright. Fine. Let's grab everyone then. So I'll take Wendy.
I'm Wendy Cheslock. Kaboom.
Good old Wendy. We'll take... I kind of like Wavy.
Please, call me Wavy. From today onward, we fight together.
You reckon Aisha? Alright. She's panicky and lonely and has a desert allergy. Poor Aisha.
Hi, I'm Aisha Newman. Nice to meet you, Mr. Welkin.
Mishta? Alright, Hector. Come on.
My name's Hector Calvi, sir. I'm at your service from today on.
Alright, there we go.
Well, feel like you've struck a balance? Come back.
I'm going to try not to have anyone killed. That's always my goal on these things.
As time passes, we'll have more recruits to choose from.
Everyone comes
so keep
home.
An eye on that list. Oh, and all the recruits go through training together, so they're all ready for combat. They'll be at the same level as the rest of the team you've taken into the field.
Will I try harder than you do at stealth? What? Have you actually seen my A-rank playthrough of this? I actually am legitimately okay at this. I did every single mission with the top rank.
Trust in your own judgment and pick a team you know you can work well with.
Well, once we get everyone's potentials and stuff like Burlier, it shouldn't matter too much anyway.
That should be enough to get you started. You can figure out the rest as you go.
Cool. So that's our troops.
Wow. Squad leader's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, no kidding, dude.
Come to think of it, Valdio's heading up Squad 1, isn't he? I wonder if he's off sorting through this stuff now, too. I'd better get a move on.
Delicious. So we want to go to the R&D, the training field for XP first as well, actually, I guess. So this is where we level up our dudes.
Welcome to your worst nightmare.
I love the draw guy.
I'm the guy who's gonna whip you lazy blobs into shape. Still, I can't work miracles here. No amount of drilling beats real combat experience. I want you all to go out there, kick some imptail, and then show me what you learned. I will train that experience into something you can actually use. Level you bums up.
I think he is, yeah.
But don't go trying to hog all the glory. A squad's a team, and we got no need for stars. You will train as a class and level up by class. Scout level 2, Scout level 3. You get it?
What's that from, Kane? That sounds familiar.
When the scouts level up, that means each and every one of them goes up that level. You hear me, maggots?
Maggots!
Any of you think he's better than the rest of the team, go home now! All right. Now I'll show you lowlights how this whole thing actually worked. It ain't complicated. First you go out there and fight, then divvy up that experience here. Once the experience you cram into a soldier class clears a set amount, it'll level up. Picking which class to level up
so angry.
and when is your job as the squad leader. Now give it a go.
Alright.
Train all you want. I've got all day.
He literally has all day. So first things first, scouts, shock troopers. We don't want snipers, engineers up yet. Lancer would probably be useful to have, so.
Bite the bullet! No pain, no gain!
Drop and give me infinity!
Good work, maggots! You're one level closer to human. Looks like that session beat a new potential out of the Lancers.
So, scouts again. And that's probably all we'll do for now. Might save the XP.
No pain, no gain!
Yeah!
Good work, maggots! You're one level closer to human.
Nice. We could level that further, but we'll save it for now.
Got it? That's how training by class works. Now get out there and rack up some experience. Oh, and there's one more thing to add.
What's that?
Sometimes leveling up a unit class will unlock a hidden potential in them. You can think of potentials as the natural abilities your soldiers have inside them. Those abilities will form a big part of your strength in the field, so keep them in mind.
You heard the man.
Other times, leveling up a class will earn you clearance for a new order. Here, as long as we're talking about it.
Orders are useful. We'll be using them a fair bit later on, but not so much at the start. Evade boost does what it says on tin.
Orders are special commands you can give out as the squad leader.
I know.
It doesn't take a genius to see that leveling up your soldiers is the best way to beef up your squad.
Actually, I'd go and say getting them better guns and armor, maybe, but you know.
The soldiers will get stronger, and you just might unlock new potentials and orders.
Some of the characters have insanely good potentials, like later on.
All that just from me working you sorry bums into the dirt. I just hope you maggots are ready for a real workout the next time I see you here.
Maggots! He doesn't go for comfort crab, he goes for anger. So we also have the R&D facility, which is kind of nice.
Welcome to R&D, man. What can I do you for?
Leon's amazing, by the way. He's our dude.
Wait, I know that insignia. You're Lieutenant Gunther, aren't you? I knew it! Man, I've heard about you. That evacuation at Brule was just... wow! Protecting a tiny life in the middle of all that slaughter? Man! Oh, Lieutenant, you're good people. You get all my respect and then some, bro.
So you can see the actual proper tanks in the background, like the standard Galleon tanks.
From clear across the hangar. Oh, Casey, check it out! It's Lieutenant Gunther! He's the man!
Bro! My dude!
Sorry about him, Lieutenant. He's like this all the time, I'm afraid. But where are my manners? I'm Kreese Cherney. I'm training here as a mechanic. Oh, and I'm Leon Schmidt. But just call me Leon, bro. I'm your boy.
Leon is our bro, to be fair.
So, Lieutenant Gunther, what brings you down to R&D today? We do work here on weapons development, making upgraded weapons and equipment.
If we do well, and we do the skirmishes as well, generally we'll mostly be fine for money. Like, might have to do the odd one, but the odd like skirmish. But
even soup up your tank. Of course, research expenses aren't cheap.
With rifles and other firearms, we'll mass-produce new models as they're developed. You won't have to worry about making enough for your squad. We'll outfit them.
Convenient.
For tanks, you can upgrade the baseline performance.
I know what you mean, Pumpkin. Yeah, he was like too calm, right?
Or develop optional parts that you can add on to tweak out its specs.
Right. You can choose which optional parts you want in the tank equipment section.
Yeah!
Come in any time and make adjustments based on the needs of the operation at hand.
It's like Lego. There we go. Right. I saved you like 10 minutes of reading. So let's see what we can build. There we go. Brand new rifle. The guns actually do change their look slightly.
All done.
And then new shock trooper weapon.
All set for you, bro. It's done.
I'm not entirely sure. Potentially because of her bravery on the evacuation. Maybe they gave it to her as a reward, perhaps. That would be my guess. Battlefield promotion.
All done.
Sniper rifle. Which we don't really need as much because, you know, can't do the grenades and can't. Oh, we can do the uniform upgrade, which is always worth doing. The uniforms are insanely good. And the blast suit as well. And that's that. So we then go to the... can we develop a weapon for the Edelweiss, actually? So more armor, and... So we want the armor. It's quite expensive for the tank, but it's well worth it. That's that. These are okay, but not super necessary right now. The crit defense one's probably more useful than anything, but... The accuracy one is actually extremely good. And then we can plonk it in here. There we go. Perfect. That's it for now.
Well, sir, was that helpful? We're working here around the clock to make possible tomorrow what's out of reach today. Come again a little later. We'll do our best to have something useful for you by then.
Yeah, you better come back soon, bro. I am all fired up to work on stuff for you.
Leon's just the kind of dude that you like. He's just always happy, you know. It's great. And that's it. That's all the quick run through of our facilities. Blah, 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 blah. Headquarters is where we just were. There you go. Saved you another load of reading. There you go. Did I equip the accuracy thing for the tank? I did. Yes. Chucked it into the block.
Welks. There you are. I've been looking for you.
Hey, Ace. How'd your enlistment go? No problems?
I registered as a tank pilot and mechanic.
Woohoo!
Maintaining and operating the Edelweiss will be my responsibility from now on.
Do not enter mechanic on duty. Yeah, you saw the sign.
I think it's nice that we'll all be on the same squad together.
Yeah, like, Nox from, Vampire. Oh, man! Oh, jeez!
So what are you up to now?
The tank's hangar space is just through here. I was just carrying some Ragnite fuel back. It's used to power the tank, and also for the turret-mounted cannon rounds.
I guess I'm just more used to seeing it in street lamps and medical compounds.
Seems like everything is Ragnite-powered these days. That stuff is everywhere.
Ragnite, the magical super fuel.
Not
Shit also
enough of it for
explodes
some
really,
people,
really,
though.
really big as well.
It's the source of a lot of conflict.
They say the Empire's invading only to get at all the Ragnite in Gallian soil.
Oh, that's right. I had something to give you, Welks.
What's this?
It's a flare gun. Pew!
Father's flare gun. It was in the barn, but I thought you might have some use for it.
Another hand-me-down.
Yeah, she'll build like a, was it Sahelanthropus?
I gave it a once-over. It might be old, but it's still serviceable.
You know, I kind of wondered the same actually, Delsu.
I didn't mean... I just can't believe I'm a tank operator now. Thank you for this, Ace.
I'll do a spot check on the Edelweiss now, to make sure it's ready to go at any time. Alright, we'll get
I think we
going
actually
for
unlock
now,
Skirmish
then.
as soonish
See
as
you
well.
later.
Our next mission is not too far from now, actually. Yeah, we're doing it's the bridge we're doing. So, the first stop. Here we go. What do you all think so far, for those who've never seen it? You enjoying it?
I'll cut to the chase. Here's your mission. The Great Vassal Bridge was just taken by the Empire. It's a key strategic position.
The Great Vassal Bridge?
It's a major drawbridge crossing the canal in Vassal, just outside the capital.
Some of this is actually shockingly topical, isn't it? Which is, didn't really consider that, but, you know.
That bridge is a part of the central transit artery, leading into Randgreaves. Our mission is to take it back. The Empire has been running a blitz with their shock troops.
Pulls out lots of
outnumbering
grenades,
the
meta.
troops.
A Colt single action army, the best gun ever. 6 bullets, more than enough to kill anything that moves. Is it very like whatever the plot needs to be? It's not quite, but it is a very it's not quite a wonder material, but it's certainly this is the best gun ever. Okay.
Our 3rd Regiment will retake the bridge before defensive reinforcements can arrive.
I love like Captain Varrot's hat.
The militia holding a little strategy meeting of its own.
Do you recognise a certain Bending Rodriguez that might be here? Or Jack from Vampire the Masquerade, should you prefer?
How long were you planning on hiding out in here, Varrot?
Or Marcus Phoenix, yeah.
My apologies, sir. We'll depart soon.
Whatever. They're just country mice. It's not like they'll be much help.
More help, perhaps, than your army unit that couldn't hold the bridge in the first place.
Oh, eat shit, mate!
Hey!
Regardless, Vassal remains a critical position. We'll reclaim it immediately.
Well, all good. See that you do.
Who is that? General Damon, commander of the Central Forces.
Central Forces? That's the army branch the militia was folded into, right?
That's right. They say the general's an aristocrat. He looks down on the common militia.
General Matt Damon. No.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's a very militaristic parade hat that he's got on. Yeah, that's Bender from Futurama, yeah.
Right.
Or again, Jack,
Now
the
that war's
Vampire
begun,
Jack
we all
from
need to band together and
Vampire the
fight to
Masquerade.
keep Gallia safe.
Alright. Rat sucker.
Who cares at this point whether you're in the army or the militia? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's him, Pumpkin, yeah.
Gentlemen, let's return to the mission. We'll begin by taking back the western bank to gain a foothold for reclaiming the bridge. Lieutenant Gunther, I'm assigning Squad 7 to this mission. It's your first maneuver, so be smart.
Yes, Captain.
The other squads are on patrol. Stay sharp and be ready to help take back the bridge. I'm counting on all of you out there. Now move out.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, Welkin does have the anime hair. Hey, we got skirmishes. So we can actually quickly do one. So I can sort of show you what the we'll just... What the? I thought the same, Nick. I didn't think we get it yet, but... So this is a skirmish based in the Brule fight we just did. There's a few, I think there's like 7 dudes here. So, this can be more difficult initially. It also gets easier the more stuff we do, so... We got 9. So, you always want to bring your command units. Don't need Largo for this mission, we bring them anyway. So what we do want to bring, we'll bring Ted. Everyone knows Ted. Here you go, Ted. I'm gonna bring Jane. Jane likes murder. We can use Marina to show you what she's like, but it might be a little bit awkward. Who else should we bring? Frasier, obviously. Oops, who did I get rid of there? Was that you, Ted? Sorry, Ted. Okay, I got 1 slot, do I? I'll bring Carl. Here you go, Carl.
Now, let's begin the operation. I'm confident victory is within reach.
Let's drive these
Squad 7,
Imperials
move
back
out.
of Gallia. Squad 7, move out.
So we can, of course, use Welkin's tank. It uses a lot of command points, so it's not usually worth it, especially in a mission like this. So what can we see here? So, alright. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 8, and we've got 8 points. Unlikely to be able to kill them all. So let's see, first of all. What I might do is show you something. If I go to save. I'll show you our lovely sniper lady, Marina. So snipers are pretty difficult to use. So we can pick off anyone who's not behind cover. Let's have a look. So we can kill him. He's behind cover. He's not. It's a difficult shot to make, and I'll show you. It's rare it goes directly on point, but we'll see. Oof. There we go. Case in point. Would you recommend upgrading the sniper before using them? It's pretty rare. I use them in like 2 missions, I think, overall. Most of the time you can achieve what you want with a scout. What I'm actually going to do is use Rosie to clear these initially. These shock troopers. Rosie can take loads of punishment.
Ain't no stopping me.
Rosie's hardcore. Come on, Rosie! So Rosie can take this first map. If you line it up properly, agreed. If you line it up properly, we could actually probably kill both of them in one go. Let's get Jane up in here as well.
Just try to stop me.
Jane loves killing imps. Look at Jane. She's ready to fuck some imps up. Let's go. As you can see, we don't have much running potential with the,
One of you imps.
She hates all of them. I think it heals you.
Die. Next.
Next.
That makes things a bit easier.
Right. We'll use Ted here then. Alright, Ted. Ted, I want you to kill the scout over there that's crouched. Let's go.
Nice, huh? Just us guys. Hey, ladies. Nice spot, huh?
Fucking Ted. Ted's got the horn. Okay, we're just gonna go straight up here and then bomb this guy.
Hi, I'm Ted.
Hi, I'm Ted.
Thank you. Thank you.
Man down. Everybody be careful.
Ted's such a hero. Yeah, snipers' final weapons are insane. Yeah. It's just early on they're really rough. Okay, here we go. Should we take Frisia and take out... And we got another shock trooper there. Okay.
I'm ready to go.
Frisia's an absolute dear. She's really, really good. Like, one of the best scouts. Let's go.
Got another customer.
Fuck this guy.
Next partner.
Who are these guys?
Oop. Does Fancy Men and Women stack? I believe it does, actually. Alright, so we want to use Rosie now to clear... Actually, Jane's close. No, we'll use Rosie. Use Rosie. And we'll use Rosie to clear that other one if we can get there. We should be able to get there. Close enough, anyway. No, I think if we're... Yeah, it's just 3 shots needed. There we go. Would have been unlucky otherwise. What we gotta be careful of is Matey to our side. How many points have I got? 2.
Just try to stop.
We'll use Jane to take out the Lancer. I probably could have done this in one go, potentially, but... That guy is very fucking dead.
Next.
Next.
Target silent.
We got one there, but I've used Frisia's grenade already. I'll use Alicia's. Alicia probably can actually get that.
Okay.
Alicia's probably... Next to Silvaria, from the DLC, Alicia's, like, probably the best scout in the game. Easily. It's not even close, in fact.
Please avoid any hasty decisions, soldiers.
Hasty decisions.
Can't beat the smell of fresh soil. Now.
Woo! If I had one more point, which I would have done from not wasting at the start, I would have done this in one turn, I think, but... Well, I wanted to show off the sniper. See what she does. Right.
Just keep up this pace.
If we position about here... Okay. I think you need to do this in one turn for the A, but we'll see. You decided not to move to do. You know what we should do? Can we get... I'm not sure we can get Jane over there. If we can get Jane over there, I think she deserves the murder. I think it's too far for Jane, though. What do you reckon, Jane? I think it's too far. Oh, I can't shoot for the bridge? Boo! Boo this woman. He can shoot through it. Did you see that?
Get ready to die, imps.
Go on, Jane. Die, imp! Yeah, it is to be a B rank, but that's fine. We'll end up redoing this anyway. Not right now, but
My turn, okay?
we definitely would have made it with the additional CP. But
Can't beat the smell of fresh soil.
next, yeah, good old Jane.
Operation complete. We took their base.
Yeah, fuck 'em. We get a nice little bit of XP and stuff for that, which is always good. Alright, let's go back to time select, which is episode. Alright, I'll quickly make a save. Command mode. This is the proper mission, so we'll see how we get on.
Here are details on the current operation.
You got a general gist for how much damage the scouts and shock troopers can take, I hope, Sora? There? We'll use that to our advantage for the most part. Oh, I meant to read that, sorry. You'll assign squad positions split between a city team and a riverside team. The city team will protect the base camp, while the riverside team strikes at the enemy. Your objective is to occupy the enemy's camp. Defeat the enemy units defending the camp to get a flag hung up on their camp to occupy it. Beginning this operation, you'll be responsible for assigning your soldiers to their combat positions. Before commencing operation, choose the position units and deploy. Once you've selected the unit you'd like to deploy, choose blah 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 blah. I'd recommend you add units with high AP, such as scouts and engineers, to your riverside strike force. Once you've got your teams in place, select the deploy. Now it's time to get the soldiers. Cool. We can technically use engineers as additional scouts, but it can be a bit risky. Right, so, firstly then, we're going to want, we'll have Rosie. Oh, Rosie already deployed, doesn't I? Okay. Lara's at there, so we'll deploy Wendy here, and... and we'll take a... Wavy, you can go back here. He likes defending camps. Okay. I need to fill out the slot anyway. What should I bring? Here you go. So we've got down here, we've got Rosie, Alicia, Welkin, and I got an additional. I'll probably bring a second scout. Actually, I will bring an engineer. I'll bring Carl, the engineer, in case I want to do some grenade fun times. Let's try that.
We're prepared to commence the operation.
Is it ready to grenade speed? Yeah, skirmish mode. We just keep doing them over and over again. It's not very exciting, but you absolutely can't do that.
Split into two teams, offensive and defensive. Squad 7, move out!
Spoilers, we'll probably be using the defensive team to offense as well, but not yet. Don't need to yet. So this is an interesting one.
All right, it's our first mission. Let's split into two teams, City and Riverside. I'll lead the Riverside team towards the enemy encampment with the Edelweiss.
Shock Trooper here. Lead the offense to me.
City team, your job is to guard the base. Be ready for anything, including tanks.
Including tanks.
How long you think I've been an anti-tank man? Couple of tanks ain't no sweat.
That's the spirit, Largo. Now, let's move out!
Listen closely. This information could save your life.
Yeah, the biggest upgrades come from the weapons and the armor, probably. The XP stuff is incredible too, mind you, because you get the potentials and a few other bits. And after a certain amount of XP, they get additional AP, which allows you to move farther and like do more, which is really important. But yeah, you can't really break the game particularly. Plus, the amount of XP you need gets pretty exponential. Same as always. Camps found across the battlefield grant a load of advances. Units stationed near camps get a boost to their defense and the amount of HP recovered. Even tanks, which usually get no HP bonus, will gain some at the base. Weapons with limited ammo, like grenades, will also be replenished. If there are enemy units around a camp, however, you can't occupy it. Effectively defending your camps while taking down the enemies will pave your way. The interesting thing is what you can do. If there is an enemy in a camp, and you have a tank nearby, you can drive the tank over the enemies and push them out of the camp without actually killing them. I didn't explain that Lancers need resupply. Oh, they do actually, yes, you're quite right, yeah. Lancers can only fire multiple times before needing to resupply. So here we've got a shock trooper, and we've got a scout. There's a base here. We've got enemies here as well, I believe. We need to be a little bit careful of. But, first things first, let's save it. Again, you'll see me do this quite a lot at the start of each mission, because it's really important. So Rosie gets first dibs, so that's what we got at the moment. So with one grenade, Rosie could take both these guys out. Oh, so this allows us to crawl. So for example, enemies can't see us if we do this. So we can actually use this to sneak our way through. There is an enemy over there in that grass, I think, as well. Yeah, the grass goblins, exactly. They can't do much to us, so... That's what we can do here. I'm not close enough.
Ain't no stopping me.
So that's our potential. I think Rosie gets that when she's under attack, so... Anyway. 2 scouts. Just a bit of a doddle. Easy peasy. Just take them both out in one go. When they're crouched like that... Wait, what? I see. Well, fuck you, dude. Is there an ace in this mission? If there is, it's the guy that's over here. I'm gonna use Carl here.
Understood.
So we use Carl to bin this guy. 6 shots to kill, 2 in the head. I got faith, Carl. Oh, Carl, you expert. Look at that. So we're going to use this to resupply Rosie's grenade and move up a little bit. I'm going to sacrifice Carl. See what we got up here, probably. The aces get you extra weapons and stuff, which is always fun. I'm going to check over here, because I'm pretty sure there's some sort of goblin.
Enemy unit spotted.
Look at this fucking dude. Get the fuck out of the grass. I thought there might be someone over here.
Enemy sighted.
Yep. There he is. A little bit too close. Alright. So we want to get rid of him. Preferably. We could use Rosie for that. Probably not this turn, but we'll see. The other option is driving the Edelweiss over there. Probably a bit unnecessary. He's got too much health to simply grenade.
I'm on.
Here we go. Give Alicia a bit of health, and what we'll do then is stick Rose like that. So if that shock trooper comes over, we can deal with him. With all 3 of us. I could very easily go get... I could probably go blow this guy up that way. 1 scout, 1 shock trooper. Do I even want to leave?
Gotcha.
Sure.
Enemy found.
Got a sniper up. Shock trooper. Is it better to prioritize A rank or aces? A rank normally. It depends on what if you want the stuff that the... Depends if you want the stuff the aces give you, really. So we're going to park. I'm going to use a blind corner there. We got shock trooper. There's the tank.
Come.
Yeah, you can replay, yeah.
How are you doing on ammo?
Good stuff. I'll leave Wavy in defense of the base itself.
Just watch this.
That's what we'll do. See that? Technically, this is possible. It's extremely unlikely, but you know. Ah, worth a go. I got a couple of points. I am actually going to use Welkin here, and going to go run over Ty the Immortal, because he's a prick.
Watch out for hidden enemies.
Oh shit, son. Maybe you should get out of that fucking grass. Boom! Now he's out of the grass. He can't do anything. It's very rare they go back into the grass, so we'll see. Are you gonna run straight into jet? Oh shit! No, he backed off. I was about to say. He's shooting Aisha. Aisha, dagger him! Yes! Yeah, too right. Using a bit of a blind corner, that's really fun. Interestingly, one of the immortal guys actually has a, uh-oh. Oh yeah, he just crabbed again. Okay. Here we go. Now he gets daggered. There we go. That's why I positioned Rosie like I did. Because what I didn't want was him coming in and aiming at Aisha. Not Aisha. Alicia. So if you kill any of the red ones, they actually get less points overall for the next turn they get, which is really good. That's what we want to see. Largo can take punishment really easily, so I'm parking him there. The tank is more of a... Ooh! Now if that hits you, that does suck. You do not want that. So we can do orders again, but we're not going to do that. Orders allow me to spend 1, 2, or even 3 points to do a very specific thing. Depending on what it is, depending on what we sort of get up to. Right. Firstly, I'm going to use Wendy here to scout out what's ahead of us. Okay, we've got the tank, or a tank here.
Target sighted.
We're going to run around the back.
Target sighted.
I've got... Is that enemy tank giving me shit there? Ah, no, we got a shock trooper. Perfect. I did, Fiki. It's actually surprisingly good. So what we want to do now is get Largo around here.
Been waiting here.
The tank doesn't do much damage to us. It does a bit, but not like to any massive threat. And then what we're going to do is cook this fool. Like so. So another tank down.
All right.
Perfect. So we got a scout, shock trooper. Nothing too deadly here. That other tank is a problem. So what we're going to have to do is try and take the tank out. I need to get rid of these shock troopers as well. So I might need to do a bit of a two-pronged attack here. So I'm going to bring Aisha up here. Don't be lonely. Let me get rid of this one, I think. Sorted. There we go. Nautipool is able to use Infinity, which is a tabletop. Oh, really? Honestly, it's a good system, isn't it? I think it works quite well. So, Titan also got a bit of health back. We need to run him over with Welkin, and then dagger him in the face. So I'm going to use Rosie. I don't know, am I going to use Rosie now? Or am I going to use Wendy here? I want to get rid of that shock trooper. So I might use Wendy a sec to get a bit of distance. There we go. Then we can occupy this area behind me.
Yay.
Yay. Ah, shit, I forgot that actually ended the mission. Oh, I thought I had to get both tanks first. That's actually my bad.
Operation complete. We took their base.
That's my fault. You fool! So if I wanted to do that, I'd actually end up having to rush this side initially, and then just take the base. Would you lose am I doing it that way? I lost the enemy A stuff. I might actually try that again, quickly. Oh, I can't, can I? I can't at the moment. I have to come back later to do it, yeah. I was about to say I was going to redo it, but I can't. That's fine. I will come back later and clear that if I want to. It won't matter in the long run anyway, particularly, so.
Hey there! You guys aren't with Squad 7 by any chance, are ya?
Did the Giant 7 give it away?
Bingo! I've been looking for you. Meaning you, hot stuff, on the tank.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me,
That must make you Lieutenant Gunther, am I right?
Yeah.
She's alright.
Yes,
she's
that's
good.
me.
Oopsie daisy.
What? Hey, you can't...
Ah, nice to meet you too. Now, let's get right to the questions. So, you're the son of the great General Gunther, huh? You look awfully young.
No, you're breaking his wizard field.
Must be your first war, huh? What's been the hardest experience so far? Wait, happiest. Funniest. I'd also like to know hobbies, favorite foods, what you do on your days
Hey,
off.
lady! This is a combat zone. Excuse me, but what are you doing here anyway?
Hey, give me a break.
The hat has
will
really
ya?
nice texture work.
Scoops are near danger, and I'm near Scoops. That's right. The name's Ellet. I'm GBS Radio's top woman reporter. I smell a story, a good story, and you guys are it.
So, you're a reporter?
Very good, I'm a reporter, yes. I've been assigned to Squad 7 to conduct a series of interviews, thank you. Now, let's get back to those questions, shall we?
Get off the tank. Yeah, she's pretty funny.
Now he's giving interviews? Who does he think he is? Ooh, look at him. Son of some big hero. Please. He's still a schoolboy.
So Rosie doesn't like us very much, neither does Largo. At least not at the moment, anyway.
No kidding. One little win and he's the new Grand Duke. I hate kids.
That is impressive facial hair. Looks like the Wolverine.
Whatever. He'll learn soon enough. Only one thing matters out there in the field, and that's experience.
Is her nickname Scoops?
Chapter
Ellet.
4, Operation Cloudburst.
I'm not sure if we can actually go back and I'm not sure if we can go back and do the chapter select. Let's try. Will it let me redo? No, it doesn't. I swear there's a way of redoing it, but it might not be too much later. So we should have an ability to make some more stuff, I think. Let's have a quick look.
Welcome, bro. I'm stoked you're here, man.
Welcome, bro. So nothing yet. No. Okay, so what about the Edelweiss? Aha! This is what we want. This is expensive, this is good. One of these actually gives us an AP increase, which is good. There we go, we want this as well. Expensive, but it's a really good one. So we actually have to use it. And then we'll take... yeah, do I need this right now? Probably not, actually. That's fine.
Come back again soon, bro. I mean it, man.
I think you're right, XR, yeah. We got a bit of experience, which is good.
Welcome to your worst nightmare, maggot.
Maggots!
Train.
Alright, so scouts go up again. Shock troopers go up again. I will, in fact, take the lancers up one. Engineer 1 and sniper 1, because they're basically no XP, whatever. Let's go! Ugh.
Good work, maggots. You're one level closer to human.
Maggots!
Looks like that session beat a new potential out of the scouts.
Yeah, the melee class are actually pretty solid in VC2.
Looks like that session beat a new potential out of the shock troopers.
Woohoo!
Looks like that session beat a new potential out of the snipers.
Woohoo! So we now got some extra ones we've got. So for example, we've got evasion boost now, undodgeable shot, stealth, evasion boost, undercover fire. Like, there's some really good ones here. So, I'm gonna upgrade these. Probably the shock troopers now, actually, this time.
I got no use for tears. Sweat, sweat, sweat.
Ugh.
Good work.
Nice.
Come back anytime you're ready to sweat.
There we go. Okay. Where are we? There we are. So, we get some more story stuff before our next mission. Again, I'm not too worried about getting A ranks in the actual stuff this time. Gonna play a bit more chill than I did. Because again, I mean, if you want to see me A rank every single mission, it's on the YouTube channel. It's fun, a way to do it as well, but you do have to play in a very specific way. Whereas playing a bit more freeform is quite nice. I'm still going to try and do it efficiently, but, you know, going to do it a bit more relaxed. Rather than worrying about it too much.
Now we'll join the Army's Vassal Battalion in Operation Cloudburst to take back the bridge. Militia forces will take the point, crossing the bridge, and attacking the eastern camp.
You can only afford one of the VC games. Which one should you get? This one, because it makes more sense then. Like, if you're eventually going to play them all, get this one. Get VC1 and start this one.
Captain, crossing that bridge means breaching the enemy bridgehead. What sort of on-site backup and supplies can we expect from the Army on this?
0, probably.
The plan calls for the Army to commence its operation after we've struck the bridgehead.
Wait a minute. So we're just being offered up on a platter?
I know how you feel. I felt that way when I was a militia foot soldier too. But sometimes being a soldier means taking on tough missions, even dangerous ones.
VC1, Darkwall. I would. The mission replay might be not to New Game Plus. It might be. To be fair, I might be, because I always used to play this on PS3, on my save, and that actually had. Obviously, I've beaten it multiple times, and maybe that's why I'm getting a bit confused, because I don't have it beaten on PC.
Captain.
I'm not saying you're wrong, Faldia. Breaching that bridgehead by ourselves is. It's going to be tough.
Captain Virat, may I go observe the area around the bridge?
Observe it? I don't mind, but what do you...
You've seen this one quite a bit already, though. I mean, you've seen... This has got 20 chapters, and we're on chapter 3. And the first 2 chapters are tiny. Like, there's a lot of missions in this game, and a lot of side content, like, to do. So you haven't seen a huge amount. But playing 4, yeah, it assumes you've played 1. And you'll end up missing bits, I'd say.
Welkin!
Sergeant Melchiot, what is it?
Oh, sorry to interrupt the meeting.
We're finished, it's fine. Now, I assume there's a reason for your visit?
Yes, Captain. Welkin, I mean, Lieutenant Gunther, the squad, they're at each other's throats.
Oh no, shenanigans.
What?
What?
Please stop them, sir. I tried to, but I couldn't.
You want me to break it up?
This is also quite nice, because initially, like, do I have the DLC cheese gun? I don't think so. At least, I don't think I've got it on, or available. I always find this interesting, because they're not, like, instant friends. Like, there's no respect here yet, you know. They don't know Welkin from anyone, like, so why do they like him, you know?
I don't know. Maybe it'd be better to just let him have it out.
Oh, Silvaria, yeah. I'm not going to use Silvaria. Could unlock her, I suppose, but again, not going to.
Let them have it out? You can't just ignore them.
The character growth in this game is great. The story overall in both this game, 3 and 4, I think were really strong. I really enjoyed them.
I'm not ignoring them. I think it's important that they say what they're thinking.
Yeah, but not with violence, Vulcan.
Butting heads over differing opinions can be one way to bring people closer together.
Yeah, tell that to Twitter, mate.
Well, but... That may be, but I still... Look, you can't...
Isn't her gun called a broom or something?
Tearing itself apart.
It's a nasty thing.
It's not right. Now get a move on, sir.
Hey, Alicia?
Sounds like he's got his hands full.
It's all part of growing as a team.
Yeah. Yeah, Salvaria's gun is fucking insane. As is Salvaria, honestly. Like, you can just break the game. Which is fun thing to do after you've done it and you're doing, like, New Game Plus or mucking around or whatever. I'm not going to do it for this. I think it's more fun to do it, like, properly, quote-quote. Oh, dear. Ladies, please.
Okay, what's going on here? You really have to
Lewd.
ask, Lieutenant? It's either her or me, pal.
Hey, Ross, thanks for the 14, man.
You really think I'm gonna work with a dark hair?
That's racist.
She'll blow us all up. Besides, I can't stand the stink of her. Her type's got a bad reputation and everybody knows it. No Darksons allowed. You hear me?
Oh yes, I've heard everything you have to say. But I'm still a human being, the same as you. Besides, no evidence exists to substantiate what you call the Darkson calamity. It's a myth.
Excuse me?
Thanks, Ross. Appreciate it, dude.
Stupid now?
Stop it, that's enough!
Okay, boss man. We won't fight alongside no Darkson. What about that, can't you understand? Another thing we ain't doing.
That's literary.
Is taking orders from some hotshot greenhorn.
This is Welkin's moment, really.
All right, fine. Now listen and listen good. I'll have that bridge back in Gallia's hands in 48 hours.
Huh?
Now if my plan fails, which I doubt, then I'll resign. And Squad 7 will be all yours, Largo. But if my plan works, you'll take my orders and like it.
Your funeral, boss man. You sure about this?
Yes, I am.
But wait a sec, Welkin.
I like that a lot. Puts his money where his mouth is. It talks about stuff, like, basically saying, like, there's some stuff you can skip. I have no idea why they say that. You shouldn't. Rosie really takes a while to get warmed up to, I think. She comes across as a bit of an asshole. Like, a massive asshole, in fact.
Welkin?
I like that a lot from Welkin. Again, it's his
What's
moment.
up?
It's his moment to shine, you know? Like, he had the option to be the commander he should need to step up and pull rank. Which he kind of did, really. He's basically saying, like, I'm doing this. Let me handle this. If, you know, at the end of it, we'll see how it goes. Which I really like. It's good.
What's up? You just made an insane promise. That's what's up.
I'm sorry, Welks. I shouldn't have argued. This is all my fault.
Sorry, you're too precious. Don't be like that.
It's nobody's fault, East. It's a war. We're all on edge here. And this mission certainly isn't helping. It's little wonder the troops are upset.
Yeah.
I actually do like the idea that they don't necessarily respect Welkin because they think he's just got the command because he's the son of a general. Which is essentially what's happened. They need him to prove it. It's good.
Pulling this
It works well.
off is the perfect way to bring the squad together.
That'd be great if it works. But how can you possibly hope to take back the bridge in just 48 hours?
Through murder. Yay! Does this happen if you have different squad members? Yes, because Largo, Rosie, Alicia, Welkin, Ys, they're all guaranteed members.
Well,
they're not the ones you recruit. Like, unlike in this game, you don't have any cutscenes. I think with the actual squad, like the main squad. It's only those. It's only the main cast, if you like. Whereas in VC4, that changes quite a bit. There's like a lot of the side characters in VC4 have massive amounts of actual building on them. There's sort of something they sort of learned, I guess, and sort of did over the years, which is quite nice. But they flesh out the others a bit more.
Aha!
Huh? Aha, what?
I was hoping, but there they are. Isara, Alicia, think you can do me a favor?
One of the coolest DLCs from VC4 actually is Squad 7 DLC. You do a joint mission with Welkin, and afterwards you can use the Edelweiss and a few characters in your squad, which is quite fun. Nice to have the old crew back.
What is it?
You follow me?
But that's... Is that even possible?
Well, Ys, think you can make it by tomorrow?
Yes, I'll get to work.
I think you're
on it
right,
now.
actually, Dagon, yeah.
All right. I'll trust you on this.
Honestly, it's a minor miracle that VC2 and 3, as good as VC3 is, VC2 has some good combat as well. Like, didn't kill the series forever is kind of a miracle, really. Like, the PSP was a place where shit got sent to die. They were nerfed to hell. Well, they had to be, though, didn't they? They had to be. It would have been really easy otherwise. Although, I'd say VC4 is a harder game, though.
Well, let's get started.
Like, VC4 is a much harder game in general anyway, which means it probably feels that they're a bit rougher anyway. Impossible, how do you pack so much in there?
Alright, let's hear this brilliant plan.
Largo's not feeling convinced.
And it's too late to back out, boss man. You got that? So let's hear it.
Yeah, Wombat. It's Helena Taylor is the original voice of the of Bayonetta. Got stiffed, it sounded like, and she's asked for a boycott. It's an interesting one. It's a weird one. I feel really bad for Helena. The way it sounded like she got stiffed sounds really rough. It's very bizarre. The entire thing is very strange. Like, it sounded like, from what the latest rumory stuff is, that it sounded like they only wanted to voice a few lines, as opposed to the entire thing. Yeah, I'm with Kane there. I like basically, they lowballed her massively. I was talking to Arthur about this earlier. They lowballed her massively. So I reckon it's either a couple of things. Platinum didn't want her as Bayonetta anymore, but were contractually obligated to give her the role first, or for out of politeness they would offer her something, and they massively lowballed her. So she was like, "Okay, that's ridiculous. No, I won't do that." They really only have her as a cameo because that's what they wanted to do. Platinum still own Platinum currently. Nintendo published Bayonetta, but Platinum are still Platinum. Jennifer Hale would cost much more than 4,000, I'd wager. Like, much more. So it's probably not just about money. There's probably something else playing. It's really, really weird. It's really strange. Hello, Mima.
We're going to strike the enemy encampment on the east bank.
So, I'm not quite sure what's going on with that yet. I guess we should hold fire and see what's... A boycott wouldn't solve anything. Realistically, as unfortunate as a boycott could potentially do one or two things, probably. Boycott succeeds, Bayonetta dies as a franchise. So, in a way, like... I don't know if that's what you're sort of going with, but you kill a franchise you enjoy, which is always a bummer. But on the flip side, if you don't want to support that franchise anymore because you feel it should go, because Bayonetta's voice is gone, then maybe that's what you're after. On the flip and more realistic side, the boycott doesn't do anything at all, and things carry on like normal. And regardless of either two, Helena is still out of a job when it comes to being the voice of Bayonetta, which blows. It's a lose-lose situation for her, and I suppose for the fans, really, like losing the voice of the OG Bayonetta. Yeah, the entire point is that she's asking like fans of the game to not support things like that. Yeah, I think it's more. I don't think it's quite as black and white as that, personally. Again, I think it's kind of a lose-lose situation, no matter how you look at it, really. And the other problem with boycotts and stuff is, and it's very easy to forget this, and I want to say this as clearly and plainly as possible. Twitter isn't the greater buying community, right? We care about video games, and we are invested in video games, right? Because it's our hobby. So a lot of us, it's our main hobby. It's something we really enjoy. We read about video games, we watch video games, we play video games, we talk about video games. We are really deeply involved in video games, like in every sense of the word. So we will know about this news more. You know, we'll read this news. We'll talk about it on the forums. We'll do stuff like that. I think the greater buying public probably don't care or don't know. Possibly both. And that's what always comes to this kind of stuff, is that most people wouldn't ever know. Like, there was a bit of hoo-ha around Xenoblade 2 when it first came out, right? About Pyra's tits and Mithra's tits. Like, they were the big on-show. There was a bit of hoo-ha around on the internet. They were like, it's ridiculous, it's sexist, blah, blah. In reality, it sold really well, and most people didn't give a shit. Like, that, for better or for worse, however you feel about it, it didn't matter. It sold really well, and there was a sequel. Yeah. It always seems to sort of go this way. Not always, but Twitter becomes not an echo chamber, not the word I like to use particularly, but it becomes a more insular discussion. You tend to discuss things on Twitter and on forums with people who are very similar to you. So if you all have similar views, you're all going to think that the greater whole are thinking the similar sort of thing. It gets a bit messy. You know, it's you talk with people who think about similar things to you. You know, I think it's me personally. I think it's a real fucking shame that the Bayo's original voice actress isn't there. I think that's a mess. I think that's a real bummer. I think Jennifer Hale will do a fantastic job. She always does. But I still think it's a shame. I don't think we should be mean to Jennifer Hale about it. I don't think we should be mean to Helena about it. As for Camia, like the guy's old enough and ugly enough to look after himself. Like he gives as good as he takes, I think.
Whoa, hold it. You're asking us to die for you? One squad ain't breaching that bridgehead, buddy boy. That would be suicide.
We're not taking on the bridgehead.
Here's Welkin's amazing plan.
We're taking on this, the river.
I've heard some people who are under NDA already, TLC, that it's extremely good, is what they've alluded to. It's extremely good. So, obviously I can't prove it, and I wouldn't ask them to prove it if you like, but take that as you will. So.
We'll use the fog as cover as we cross the river, then launch a surprise attack.
I'm confident it's going to be good. Let's put it that way. I'm not worried about it. I think it's going to be an incredibly good game from what I've heard, from what I've seen, from what people have told me. So, again, if you trust my opinion on it, you know, I'm pretty confident, but it's up to you.
Oh, come on. Is this just some game to you, boyo?
Boyo!
Swinging a couple of foot soldiers over there ain't gonna do much if we got no tanks.
Luckily not, X-Twin, it seems. I think the only time you'd ever have a boycott that would work, Sinzai, would be a... Sorry, I'm getting a bit distracted for poor Valkyria. Sorry, Valkyria. I think the only time a boycott would work is really, really niche games. Like, really, really niche games. And, like, let's say, for example, Senran Kagura, right? Senran Kagura is a perfect example. If, for example, the Senran Kagura devs did something that people really didn't like, they're really small games that don't have a huge buying power, that they tend to be for the fans, by the fans kind of thing, I think a boycott like that could be pretty effective, realistically. There's not a huge amount of sales in the first place. So that could be quite damaging. That's probably the only time I can think of, but... I see it's actually with Harry Potter game and the Blizzard stuff. There's sadly too many people who are happy to give shit people their money. Yeah, like for me, right? Harry Potter is far too big, far too big for me not buying it to make a difference. But me personally, I don't want to support Harry Potter. Like, that's just me. That's my line in the sand. Like, I don't want to. I think J.K. Rowling's a piece of shit. Like, I'm not interested in giving, even by proxy, money towards it. But that's just me. I'm not gonna go like think there's gonna be a boycott about it or any. I don't think it's gonna make a huge difference. It's just my personal line in the sand. Like then that's all, you know. Actually, it kind of reminds me, Fiki, of like Dead or Alive 5 or Dead or Alive 6, which one of it was. They talked massively at the very start of Dead or Alive 6 about removing a lot of the sort of looter costumes, and it didn't do great. And then they tried to nickel and dime what fans they had left with like DLC, and it didn't do great. And now it's like in limbo, and it's like, that's a really silly way to go. Yeah, exactly. Like Emmy's right as well. Like, for people who don't want to support JK, you can always buy the Harry Potter game secondhand. So that's a good way of doing it.
Don't worry, I've got that covered. Isara?
Yeah, sorry, we got a bit sidetracked here, but I think it's important. And you know, you're all adults here. I hope, considering the content we cover. You're all welcome to your own opinions, and that's absolutely fine. You know, this is just my thought on it. Just because I'm the streamer doesn't mean I'm right. Obviously, if you disagree with me, I will ban you. So, you know, just bear that in mind. But, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So, it's all good.
I fitted the Edelweiss with water-resistant measures to allow for submersion. It will only hold for a few minutes, but it should be enough.
You disagree? Bad! All hail! Exactly, that's more like it. Oh, I remember that. The ESPN got really funny about it. Oh, American companies can be quite funny about it sometimes, right? And they're like, yeah, Chun-Li and Mika's costumes are a little bit risque. And it's like, it's a game about beating the shit out of people, and you're worried about some cleavage? It's like, honestly, it's like our Twitch Overlords and Doom Eternal versus, like, a pair of titties. And you're like, my dudes, I gotta be honest, I feel you've probably got this the wrong way around. Like, I really do. I think you worry too much about a little bit of nipple. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's like Conan Exiles is the funniest one. Conan Exiles is amazing. Because in Conan, of course, you're completely naked and your dong's out, your vagina's out, right? In a game where you can cut people's heads off. And they will allow a little bit of nudity, but too much is a bit too far. And you're sitting there, like, doing actual slavery and cutting people's heads off and, like, eating them. And they're like, is that woman's tit out? I think I see a tit. Yeah, that's a TOS thing, dude. And you're sitting there, like, munching someone's leg, like, what? Sorry, what? Oh, her boobs. Oh, sorry, yeah. Do you want to cover up? It's like, wait, what? Come on, guys. Sort out.
Hold on just a sec. Ships come through here. It's gotta be too deep for a tank.
We're covered. Look. See that over there?
What's that? Grass?
Grass.
Missile reed. A tall aquatic plant found in the estuaries of some rivers. I noticed them when I came down to observe the
Can't be
river.
horny on main.
This stretch
Exactly.
runs shallow. Shallow enough for a tank to drive across. Trust me on this.
I feel that every American who's a bit worried about, like, every American corporation person who's a bit worried about boobs should spend 10 minutes in France. Like, you'll see so much titty, you'll desensitize you to the titty forever. And then you're fine. You'll be alright. Don't worry about it. It's just normal. It's just watching, like, a fucking show on breakfast TV and someone's got their boobs out, saying, like, it's just France. It's just normal. Agree.
First, the Edelweiss will cross over and clear out any Imperial patrols on the shore. Then Lieutenant Gunther will send up a flare, signaling the rest of us to follow by boat.
Right. Now let's get started. I'll see you on the other side.
Hey, man. It's always about titties around here. Yeah, so this is actually a really cool, a cool plan.
Yeah, I do.
Amphibious tank assault.
What is it? Beats me.
Oh, shit! This is pretty fucking cool, I think, though. Beep, beep! Those guys are fucking dead. Rip. Vulcan's like, murder. I love murder in the mornings.
The Edelweiss swims just fine. Fall in, sevens!
Pew! Like the murder flare. Wonder why Jerry didn't... Jerry's got smaller boobs this time. It's probably that. Laura's the same problem. Laura's got big knockers as well, and that, I think that throws the ESPN stuff. Right, I will pause it here today before we do Chapter 4's mission. I think it's a good place to park it. So I'll use my power of laziness in F4 because I can't be asked to find which button actually closes the game. There we go, sorted. Delicious. Yeah, Owl, she does a little bit this time. Yeah, she was rocking on some like mighty honkers in 5, but she's shrunkified in 6. Honestly, if it comes down to it, right, like no company's gonna worry about it. Like the ESPN's gonna be like, can you make the default costumes a bit less titty? And they're like, yeah, alright, but we'll just make some DLC costumes to look more titty. Am I stopping Solstice? No, probably gonna do Solstice tomorrow. In fact, probably gonna do Solstice tomorrow. No, I'm going to keep going with that, so don't worry. That's still ongoing. I just had a couple of days where we ended up doing some extra bits or whatever, so... Right, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed Valkyria Chronicles. It was fun to do again. It's been a while, and I look forward to continuing that. Hopefully you do too. And again, if we get through to the end and people are still wanting to see more, we will probably do VC4, as well as the DLC. Because VC4 is a really different type of game. A bit of a different tone to it. It's good though. Very, very good. Right. Thank you, everyone. Good night. Sleep well. I've got to feed her. Oh, she's not even up. I was going to say got to feed a hamster, but she's just, you know, in bed. Yeah, fair enough. See you later, everyone. Have a good one. Mwah. Jen.